Hey everybody, it's Hemstad here. It's 2020, so Happy New Year. So today we're going to be making 400 lower thirds in a matter of a few minutes. So to do that, we're going to be using a .csv file, which is just essentially a spreadsheet with columns and rows to populate our lower thirds. And we're going to do it in a way where we can just duplicate that composition to create all the different variations based off of the 400 things in that sheet. So first thing we need is data. Since it's a new decade, I got the top 400 baby names from the past decade, from 2010 to 2019. The data we have is the name, the number of people who were given that name, and the sex associated with the name, girl or boy. We're going to take and use that data set to populate our lower thirds. All right, so we're over here in After Effects. We already have a title animation set up where we can input our data. So this can be as simple or as complex as you want. Right now I just have this coming in, line right, and the numbers come up. This is designed to be flexible, so even if I put a longer name in there, it's going to stretch that line out, and that's being actually done here with these shade layers, simple expressions. If you want to see more on that, hit me up in the comments and I'll make a tutorial about it. So here's our data set on screen here, all the way down through 400 of those. So basically, important thing to remember with CSVs is the top row is considered the title of the column, so it's actually going to be ignored. It actually starts at 2, the second in the spreadsheet, but this is also called 0. So this is line 1, but that's actually assigned to 0, and it's gonna matter. All right, so to export this as a CSV, we go ahead and go download. We wanted comma separated values here, and then it'll download that for you. So if we go to our project panel, we can right click to import the data sheet. And we'll go ahead and import top 400 names from 2010s, past decade. So what we need to do next is now write some code to the name and number to access that data. We'll start with our name. We'll go here so we can see where it's at. Delete this chump's name. Let's leave name there as the generic. So what we're going to do is on name here, we're going to go and we want to change the source text. So we want to alt-click on source text. And so we'll see here we have our text source, which is going to be name, which is already written in there. But we want to use our data. So what we're going to type in here is we want to have variables row, variable column. We'll just keep that short. Equals. So we'll come back to our row and column data, but so we want to use our data up here. So we'll go pick whip the data sheet. Then we're going to add a dot here, data value. And then we're going to assign column first and then row. And so that's going to be our final output. So what we want our row to be, we want to actually assign a row data based on a number on our comp. Let's go ahead and add an underscore and a 1. So we have a number to work with. And then when we duplicate this, it's going to automatically do the next one. So for our row value, we want this to be this comp dot name. We want it to remove all the text except the number. So we just want the number. So we're going to add replace. And inside of replace, we need to put the command for the actual replacement. So this is a bit of JavaScript. So this is going to be the factor, and whatever is in between these two dashes, it's what it's going to replace. So we want to replace all non-digits. So we add a \d, and \d is all non-digits. So all non-digits, anything that's not a number, is going to be replaced with nothing. So you could just put column 0, which is going to be the first column, which is name. So first column is name. As you can see, it's already popped it up because I've said 0. And if you look here, you see that it's Sophia. The most popular name is Emma. What we're getting, because this comp's lower third Lower third here is 1. It's returning 1 in the row, but we want it to return 0. That's an easy fix. You just add -1. And then that'll fix that. Now it will say Emma, which is in the first row here. So when we duplicate this comp, however many times we want, the next one is always going to be the next row down. So all we have to change now is the column of data that we're accessing. So go ahead and copy this, go down, twirl down number down here, alt click on source text, paste that, change the data set that we're adding to 1, which is going to be column 2. I know this is confusing, so I'm trying to make this as clear as possible by repeating myself. 0 is the first column, second column is 1, so on and so forth. All right, so that we have our number in our data set there. This should animate. And now when we duplicate this, lower third number 2, open that up, it should now say Sophia. And the number of people named Sophia. And we can double check that. Sophia 166986. Yep, that's correct. So we still have this data over here, which we can do something with. Change the color on here based off the boy or girl. So we're gonna just copy this because we're gonna use it again. Now we're gonna go down, we're gonna go to animate, add fill color, RGB, alt click on this, go ahead and paste our code. So if this time we wanna take it from column 2, which is column 3, but now we wanna add some more information. So what we're gonna do with our code now is assign a variable to what's returned from that column. So we're gonna go variable sex equals that. So now we have to make an if statement. An if statement is basically a logical statement that says if this is true, then do this. And you can also add an else to it. So if the statement's not true, do this other thing. So we just have boy or girl, which is delineated by G and B in our CSV over here, as you can see. So based on that, we can write an if statement. So if sex is equal to, two equal signs there, G, then do this, or open bracket there. So we want the color, traditional thing is pink. Let's be a little non-traditional here. For the girls, we pick a teal. Go ahead and find a teal that we like. Let's go ahead and copy the hex code here. We're gonna type in here, hex to RGB, and put our hex code in there, and close that. Now, so if it doesn't equal G, we wanna go else. For the boy color, let's go ahead and do an orange. Why not? There. Going for the teal and orange thing. And same thing here. Go hex to RGB and do that. And then that's it. So if this contains an error. Equal to G. So we gotta put the G in quotes. The letter G is considered a string, not a numeral, or not a value. Well, there we go. So now, based on that boy-girl data, we can double check, we can test this here. We can check our first boy name is the fourth one down. Let's go ahead and duplicate this a couple more times. So fourth one down, open the fourth one, and there we go. The boy's name's in orange and girls' names are in teal. That's about it. And the final step is to just duplicate these. And since we know we need 400, we'll just go ahead and duplicate this 10 times. So we get to 10. And we'll select them all, duplicate all of those. Do that 10 more times till we get to 100, and then select all of those and duplicate those 4 times so we get to 400. And just to make sure we haven't gone over our data set, click the last one. It's Hayden. Sorry, Hayden, bottom of the list. We'll just double check that indeed Hayden is the bottom of the list. So we successfully got everything. So everything in between should be everything we need. Now all of these should be set up perfectly, so if you need to export all of these or add them to other comps, they're all set and ready to go. If you're exporting them and you want them to be transparent, make sure to include an alpha channel in whatever format you're exporting it in. But once you're done doing that, you're done. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and make sure to ring the bell so you can get notified when new videos come out. This applies across a whole bunch of different things, so I hope you found this helpful in whatever project you're working on or future projects that you may work on. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.